Right, guys, welcome to my live streaming of the Westuit guide for those of you that is looking to start surfing or either. So I'm just going to clean my camera. Um, or those of you that are already surfing and wondering which suit you should buy next. Right. If you're just starting out, there's a couple of things that you might want to consider regarding wetsuits and starting out. With a warm enough wetsuit, obviously, it's a good choice to go for the reason that if you are going to be cold in the water, you're not going to have a good experience, and if you're not going to have a good experience, you are not going to enjoy what you are doing, and you're probably just going to kick the kick the surfing off and or bodyboarding off and not turn back or ever go back to that style of lifestyle again. Because as we all know, surfing is not just a hobby that you can do. Well, you can do it as a hobby, but if you are doing it as a lifestyle type of thing, that is more preferable because you are most likely to progress more in the lifestyle type of situation if you instead of just doing it as a hobby. Right, this is one of my first live streams, so excuse if I do make mistakes or maybe something incorrect that I would say, or even maybe my lack of smooth talking, whatever it might be. Right, but just let me know how you feel about it or how you would like to me to, or what else you would like me to talk to you about. You can just drop it at the bottom in the comment box or even on the live chat, as we are on a live chat. Yes. All right. Cool. So if you are just starting out in the world of surfing, experiencing the ocean, and you are staying in a place where there is cold water, I would advise for you to get a wetsuit, and obviously, if you get a wetsuit, to get the correct wetsuit. A lot of companies out there will, well, not a lot of companies, but most companies might want to bullshit you, and obviously, we don't like that. Don't like to be bullshit. Cool. So I'm going to start out with showing you one of our first entry-level style wetsuits. I'm just going to put my camera there. This is recorded from my phone, so I do apologize for any awkward, weird angles. I'm going to try and make this as sufficient as possible. Right, so where we're going to start off is basically with our reef wetsuits, which is for guys something like this. This is the Reef Pro Series wetsuit. So I see that there is a lot of light on my camera. I apologize for that. So basically, Reef is it's not a bad wetsuit. It's a wetsuit that will last for a while. It is a strong wetsuit. It's not a seasonal wetsuit, so you will be able to use it for a couple of years. If you are looking to buy it for a kid, it's a good choice because they are tough and they are made to last. The neoprene maybe not as advanced as some of the other companies like Quicksilver or Hurley or O'Neill, which is obviously top of the range, but still very good for the price that you are paying. In South Africa, when you do buy a reef wetsuit, you're looking around the prices like this one would go for 3,900 rands, South African rands. So that's plus minus in the price range that you would be looking at when buying a basic type of wetsuit in South Africa. Cool. So the things that you would like to look at when buying a wetsuit, number one is how thick the wetsuit is. So in water between the ranges of say 10 to 18 degrees Celsius degrees, of water, you would want to use a 4.3 millimeter wetsuit. So basically what that means is that the neoprene, this stuff the wetsuit is made of, and that you can normally see in the center of the color of the wetsuit, you'll see it looks like black or gray rubber. So that is the neoprene. So basically on parts like your elbows, your shoulder, or your hips, or even on your the back of your knee, it will be 3 millimeter, and then on your chest and your back, on the top of your arms, on your forearms, your thighs, or your upper legs, your calves, around all those areas, it will be on a 4 millimeters. Alright, so now that you know what the 4.3 stands for, and the same will go for 3.2, 4.3, 5.4, 6.5, 6.54, a 5.4 and a 6.54. Those are more like your diving type of wetsuits, much stiffer experience in the wetsuit because it's much thicker neoprene that they use. But you might be in a colder area like Scotland or Iceland, and you need to get one of those heavy duty, hardcore, thick wetsuits. Anyways, yeah, so that is reef. Another option you can go for is obviously with the Quicksilver. Quicksilver is not a bad company at all. For entry-level wetsuit, I would advise the Quicksilver wetsuits, and the Quicksilver wetsuits that we sell here is the Synchros, the Intro Cape Town. Sorry, got mixed up with my words. I'm busy trying to read comments while chatting to you guys. So I just want to get to my comments here so I can answer you. Right. So basically, as I was saying, the Synchro, Silver Synchro wetsuits are not bad wetsuits for a beginner, after all. Just one moment, I'll see how thick should the wetsuit be for Cape Town. Okay, yeah, like I just said, for Cape Town water, you're looking for minimum a 3 millimeter wetsuit, meaning that on the joints it would be 3 millimeters, and on the rest of the body, like the chest, the back, the upper legs, the calves, and all that, it would be 4 millimeters. When you go serve warmer waters, that's not the Atlantic Ocean, then you can go for like a 3.2 millimeter wetsuit or no wetsuit. The board shorts will work as well. Yeah, so I just covered the reef wetsuit, Quicksilver Synchro. Let's get it there. Sorry, it fell down. Right, the Quicksilver Synchro wetsuit, also not a very bad choice at all for a entry-level wetsuit. And that is what it looks like. Right. The neoprene on this one, slightly bit more flexible than your reef. It's got a bit more of a firewall in it as well. The reef is obviously, you get in the chest zipper, meaning that the zip of your wetsuit sits on your chest. Where ones like the Quicksilver Synchro, you would get them in a back zipper and a chest zipper. Alright, you do get reef wetsuits which are in back zippers in the different models. The Pro series of the wetsuit, reef wetsuits don't come in the back zipper as far as I know. Yeah, alright, so basically, Synchro wetsuit, not a bad idea. It does come with the blind stitching on the wetsuit, so where the joints of the wetsuit comes together like any clothing piece, the sleeves of your shirt is sewed onto the rest of the shirt, same as a wetsuit, also been sewed together. They use a formula called blind stitching, which means that the stitch doesn't go all the way through the material. It just joins it up, and in between the neoprene they also put a little bit of wetsuit adhesive which sticks the whole suit together. Cool. The firewall on the Quicksilver Synchro is a bit more high tech than with the reef. I'll give you a look at it. One moment. Things does have hangers on because we do display it in our surf shop at Table Bay Mall, Blobeck side, Cape Town. don't know where it is. Have a Google session, Google Maps. Yeah, alright, cool. So this red stuff that you see here, that red stuff on the inside of the wetsuit, that's the firewall. What does the firewall do? Well, basically it allows, the wetsuit allows in about 1 millimeters of water, and the water then sits between yourself and the wetsuit on your core, and what your body does, it warms that water, and that is what warms your whole body eventually, and that is what will give you the heat in the water as well. So it's not to say that the better the firewall, the better the heat. No, it's just different technologies that they use. Like, for example, the O'Neill Cycle 1 would use a different type of technology on their firewall. It's more like a little carbon, I don't know, they say it's like a carbon fiber lining that they put on the inside. So I'm not, that I can't confess for it, because I haven't looked that deep into it as yet. But basically, the whole wetsuit will have lines like this. I don't know if you can see the lines. So what those lines do is basically it's supposed to act in the following way. If you do get a cold flush, which means the water gets into the wetsuit, either from the neck area or the back, on your back zip area, it just runs down past your core where the heat is generated in your body, down and out the wetsuit, creating minimal cold flush. Alright, with the Cycle 1, you get there in a back zipper and a chest zipper. I've explained to you guys what the two are. If you do not know, you can ask me and I will explain it to you again, or you can just go back on my video and check the explanation. Cool. The Cycle 1, they brought out a new type of, O'Neill brought out a new technology. I think it was with the Hyperfreak already. They call it Techno Butter, and if you look on the wetsuit or in the wetsuit, it will be written as TB. Let's see here. So this one says 100% Techno Butter 3, which is just the stages that they have. They got TB1, TB2, and TB3, which is now this one. It's the new one of the series that they brought out. Basically, Techno Butter is a much more flexible, much more stretchable, much lighter neoprene, and also it is about, how's it, Brie? Good. Sorry, I will be with you guys in a moment again.
No, get going, bro. I'm telling you, check quick.
Cool. Right, so we're back again. Yeah, alright, cool. So, as I was saying, that the Techno Butter is said to be about 17% lighter in the formula weight, and then it's got about 30% less water absorbance to it, so meaning less water in the suit, less cold flush, and more flexibility for those of you that likes to shred on the waves. What also makes the Cycle 1 a good suit is the fact that they got welded seams, or double welded seams, and blind stitching. Welded seams basically means that over the stitching of the wetsuit, they'll have this welded lining, and that is basically a form of like silicone sealing that they seal it off with, just to cut out the water, meaning if you go into the water doesn't filter through the seams into the wetsuit, which used to be the case in older generations of wetsuits. But as you can see here, welded seams on the inside of the wetsuit, welded seams. And we've got another request. Let me just see here. Sorry guys. Right, I'll get to that part just now, Martin. Cool. So the welded seams locks out the water much better. And then obviously top of the range, last wetsuit that I just want to go through with you guys is my personal favorite. I've got one myself, and I must say it's probably the best wetsuit I've ever had in my whole life, and I have had quite a bit of them. It's of course the O'Neill Mutant, which is this guy over here. Right, O'Neill Mutant. They brought this one in two different colors. It's the black and then this grayish color, and then they also got the. Let me check here. I'll show you guys just now, but they also got the full black one. Right. What makes the Mutant really cool is that in the summer when the water is colder in Cape Town due to the different currents that pull in and all the jazz, you have the hood to put over your head. And in the winter time when the water is much warmer, at least double the temperature of what it is in summer, you have the neck piece. Alright, so this wetsuit has got both the chest zip and the back zip, but at the top of the wetsuit, so you can actually literally take the hood off. I'll show you guys. And let me just get this one open. Yeah. Sorry, it's still new, so it's a bit sticky. Hasn't been used before. Alright. So I just screwed it off. I zipped it off at the front as well as the back, and it just comes off. And then that allows you to be able to screw on, or not screw on, to zip on just the neck piece, which then makes it exactly the same as a normal everyday life wetsuit. Right, one moment, I'll zip it on to show you guys. It does take a little bit more effort, a little bit more time to get into a chest zip wetsuit compared to a normal wetsuit, but it's completely worth it because you completely eliminate the cold flush. There we go, and that's what it would look like with the neck piece. Okay, so that's the wetsuits, guys. Right, if there's any questions about the O'Neill range wetsuit or any wetsuit of that matter, please let me know and I'll give you some more info on that one. Alright, so a question as well is, when do you wear booties, wetsuit booties? It's O'Neill Ninjas. So the booties you would wear almost every time that you go into the water, because it just allows you to stay in the water for longer, and obviously as we know that the temperature of your body is stored in your core, and it comes into your body and escapes out of your body through your feet and your head. Cool, so basically anytime that you surf reef or rocks, a rocky break where there's a lot of rocks, or even anytime you just go into the ocean, wear your booties. It will help you a lot. It will help you to stay in the water for longer. And then also for your hood, the hood, I find that I normally just wear hood in winter time because, in summertime, I wear my hood in summertime for the reason being that it's much colder, so you're much more prone to brain freeze, which is not always that much fun. And then in winter you don't really need it because the water is warm, but I am talking about the Atlantic Ocean in Cape Town, South Africa. Alright, so that is that. I hope that answers your questions. Be sure to hit the subscribe button at the bottom there, the like button. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow for next rundown on surf gear. Stay cool, stay surfing. Cheers.